everyone, welcome to What's on My Desk Wednesday. Today, something that's been on my desk is a watercolor coloring book purchased from Amazon. So I just went ahead and got a kid's watercolor coloring book just to kind of give me an idea of what I'm supposed to be doing, because I don't really know anything about watercoloring, really. This one is pretty cool. It's got one already colored with the color palette, and then it shows where the shading and stuff, and then you've got your turn over here. And so I think that's where I struggle at the worst, is where shading, where it should be darker and lighter. I'm probably won't get the colors just right. I've got a pretty good set of, well, there's 24 in here, watercolor paint jars. Now this paint is very thin. I really don't know. It didn't have any kind of instructions. I mean, and I looked online and didn't really find anything. So, this is all just a learning experience. I have used these before. I don't know. I'm assuming I add water. It is very, very thin, though. I don't know why I picked out pink. Pink is like my favorite color, and that's probably why. This one's not even open. Let's go ahead and pick out some colors. That looks like a pretty good range of colors, I think. So I'll put this to the side. Now I've got water, I've got a paint palette, I've got my brushes. Let's get started. not pleased, not happy with this paper at all. I don't understand how they expect a child to get these dark shades of colors and it to look like this on this kind of paper. So was I expecting too much out of this? I guess I was. I gave over around $10 for this, I want to say. And I'm not in the business to put down on someone's, you know, I'm not a reviewer is what I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to be mean. It just didn't work for what I wanted it to. I ended up having to go and iron this page to actually get it straightened out somewhat. It's still drying with from my Posca. I did the dots with the Posca, and maybe it was the watercolor. Maybe I should use a different watercolor. So the next one that I do, I'm going to actually get a kid's palette out and try it and see how that does. So I'll try to maybe come back and do another one. But it did give me a little bit of idea about the shading, and that's really what I wanted, was to learn how to do some shading. I actually needed to get darker around through here, but it was not handling it. The paper was not handling the darkness, and by the time I got down to the feet, I was like, you know what, I'm not even going to crack open another color. I'm just not going to do it because it was a waste, in my opinion. So a learning experience and a fail, I guess. Take away what I will from it. Looks like a cute little fox is up next, so I will see. I would like to insert in here that I am a kindergarten teacher, and I deal with watercolors and coloring books on a kid's level daily. And for this to have costed $8.99 and not to be able to hold up to watercolor, even the kind that I used, really, it wasn't no more watery than what a child would have done. I mean, a child would have really laid the water on pretty thickly. Disappointed, to say the least. And I went back to Amazon, and out of all the good reviews, there was one that I did see that said that it was basically just a coloring book and that it would not hold up to watercolor. The pages were not watercolor pages. But for a coloring book, it makes a really cute one. But this is supposed to be for watercoloring because it's got the blank sides. So they meant for it to be watercolor. Oh, live and learn. Rant over, but if you're still with me. And something else that I've been doing is been going through my scraps. And last night I came in here and I made like 12 or 13. And I was going to make one really quickly and show you what I do. And this is nothing new. You probably already know. I'm just going to take the dark paper, and that's going to be my base. Then I want to get a piece of paper. When I get scrap papers, I'll put it in here, and like scrap book papers or music papers goes in here. So I'm going to look for one to kind of break it up a little bit. Let's see. Right there's a good one, I think. Okay. So I'm going to make it ripped edges and go a little, this is vintage photo that I'm using. So I'm gonna put it here. And then this one, I'm gonna like maybe do a little bit smaller. Let's see, let's tear it towards me so I can vintage photo that white edge. And this will go on top. And then I'll pick a flower. I'm thinking about this orange flower. I like it with this. Yeah, that's pretty. And a brad. I go with the brown brad. I kind of like the looks of that. I've got a hole pokey thing tool, but I just grabbed this one. My other one is somewhere over here on my pegboard, but this works just as good. And I'll put the brad through. All right, and there we go. There's another cluster, and that's something that I've been doing. I did this yesterday evening, last night. It was just kind of a relaxing activity, and I got all these new little clusters to play with, and I got to use a bunch of my flowers. I have 4 different bottles of flowers, and so and then I've got a bunch in a drawer somewhere, and then I got to use my brads. I've got quite a few of those, so it was good play to use up some things. So let me show you the ones that I did. Okay. There. That one I just did. So I got to use up a bunch of little scraps and make some little cute clusters while I was at it. And I went through my scraps, and I've whittled down strips, and which I keep this all the time, this little box of ripped music paper and things. And then I also was left with this much of bigger scraps that I need to do something with. Oh, there's a strip. It was getting late while I was going through it, so I might have threw some things in there that I shouldn't have. So maybe not done like I thought I was, but are you really finished? Are you really ever finished when it comes to scraps? I just don't think so, because we're always making scraps when we're working, right? I think so. Okay. Just trying to... Oh, there it is. Yeah, that's a Tic Tac, a Tic Tac box. I used to collect these all the time to store my brads in. I haven't had to buy brads in a while though, so I haven't needed to collect Tic Tac boxes. I haven't had Tic Tacs in a long time. Now I need to put my little clusters in a box. So don't forget them to use them up. All right, stick these over here. And that's it for today for What's on My Desk Wednesday. Thank you so much for joining in, and be sure to check out tomorrow. I'll have something up. Bye-bye.